glutenfreedomproject.com. My name is Jess Kelly, and today we are going to make a quinoa and shrimp salad. This is a wonderful salad that's a great side for dinner as a main dish. It's also really tasty leftover, so it's wonderful to make in batches. So we're going to be using a grain today that you may not be familiar with. It's called quinoa. It's spelled Quinoa, and it sounds like quinoa, and people say it different, but it's quinoa. It's an ancient grain, and we really like it because it's high in protein, and it is also gluten-free. So to get started making our salad, what we're going to do, the way that you cook quinoa would be similar to the way that you cook rice. So it's 2 parts water to 1 part grain. So we're going to bring, we're going to cook 1.5 cups of quinoa today. So we're going to bring 3 cups of water to a boil. That's 2 cups of water. Now the nice thing about quinoa is that it cooks a lot faster than rice. So if you're used to waiting for 35 or 40 minutes for your rice to cook, you'll enjoy quinoa because it does cook quite a bit faster. So we're measuring out 1.5 cups of quinoa. It's very little. It would almost look like millet, which is a similar grain, also gluten-free. And we're going to bring this to a boil. And then we'll add the quinoa to the boiling water. So for cooking the quinoa, you're going to bring the water, the 3 cups of water, to a rolling boil. Then you'll add the quinoa to it, bring it back to a boil so it's all boiling together, and then you want to simmer the quinoa for about 12 to 15 minutes uncovered until it's done. Knowing that it's done a couple different ways is that, number one, all the water is going to be absorbed, and secondly, you'll start to see some rings that appear on the quinoa. It looks like Saturn. So that's how you'll know that it is done. So you can leave the cover off, and then you'll transfer the cooked quinoa into a large mixing bowl. So here we have our 1.5 cups of cooked quinoa, and the next step is going to be to add the vegetables and the shrimp. So what we're adding here to the quinoa is cherry tomatoes. This is 1 cup of cherry tomatoes cut in half. You can also leave them whole if you like to pick them out. So we're just going to add the tomatoes in. You can start to see lots of really nice color there. The next thing that we're going to add here is some green onions. So we've got 6 green onions. I've already chopped some. If you've never cut a green onion, what you want to do is just remove the hairy end there and then just give it little slices all the way up. And it goes pretty quick, and the only thing that you want to leave is just the ends that are a little bit straggly. So we're going to add this in. It's a really fun color. The next ingredient we're going to add is cucumber. And this is going into the cooked quinoa. And rest of the cucumber. The last vegetable, so we've got 2 green and 2 red. Really gorgeous color in here is we're going to do a red pepper. Red peppers are a wonderful addition to food. They actually have some of the highest vitamin C content of any fruit or vegetable, so they're great for your immune system. And they taste delicious. Okay, voila, there's our veggies. Now the last part of our quinoa salad is the shrimp. So we're going to add some cold shrimp. This is cold cooked shrimp. So we've tied it up a little bit, and now we're going to combine some seasoning to make the flavor for our quinoa and shrimp salad. So mixing together, we're going to be using white pepper. Use 1/2 teaspoon white pepper. We're going to use black pepper as well. We're using 1/4 teaspoon black pepper. We've got dill. Now fresh dill is wonderful. We're using dried dill today. So if you're using fresh dill, you'll use about 1/4 cup. With dried dill, we're gonna use about 1 teaspoon. So that goes in there. We're also going to use lime juice to add a nice citrusy flavor. This is a 1/4 cup of lime juice, and then we're using olive oil. Now, a nice addition to this recipe is if you like to use a lemon flavored olive oil, really gives it a nice citrusy zest to complement the lime juice. So you can use any kind of olive oil that you like in this instance. So once you have all your ingredients mixed together, we're going to give it a quick stir. You could use a whisk. I just use a spoon until all these ingredients are nice and combined together. It's basically like you're making a dressing. So once all of your ingredients are combined, we're going to slowly mix it in to your salad. So I like to do a nice dollop at the beginning, give it a stir. I like to move from out to in, so you're folding your mixture so you make sure that you get to the bottom as well. You don't want to end up with dry quinoa at the bottom. And again, another mix. This salad will stay good in your fridge for probably 2 days. So again, make a batch, cook once, eat twice, so you've got leftovers so you don't find you're spending lots of time in the kitchen. And so the dill's giving a little more green color in there. The red looks gorgeous. And those shrimp gonna give you a nice summertime flavor. And there you go. Our keen for quinoa and shrimp salad is done. The other option, if you do dairy products, is we like to put a little bit of feta on the side. You can add it into the salad if everyone in your family does do dairy, or if a few people don't, let people do their feta on their own. And there you have it. Oh, and salt to taste. And don't forget salt. Some people like a lot of salt, other people don't. So again, salt to taste, feta to taste, and there you have your quinoa salad. Thanks for watching glutenfreedomproject.com today. I'm Jess, and feel free to leave us some feedback on the website if you like the recipe.